Several thousand years later, they're better than us.
Okay, this is a ripoff.
The builders of Derekuyu knew something we don't. Not merely about constructing cities deep within the earth, but about humanity's need for such refuges in order to survive. It's a fascinating and perhaps slightly unnerving prospect. Not unlike
Okay, this is a ripoff.
underground structure, one that exists in order to maintain communication after the end of
But it's still kind of cool.
itself.
Ah,
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in the Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up?
what is this game?
The lights down, and still access their DVR. Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish tuned into you. Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats. Like M&M's, cookie dough, and new Oreo fudge brownie.
Ripoff, but it's still kind of cool.
DQ, happy tastes good. We love our new home. There's so much space. We have a guest room now, but we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted.
Expired. Expired.
Okay.
Expired. Thanks, Aunt Bonnie. It's a lot of
What?
calls. Keep it clean. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money.
And Joni's here.
Bundling made easy. Go to geico.com.
Do I use a toothpaste that whitens my teeth, or one that's good for my teeth? Now I don't have to choose. Crest 3D White. It removes up to 95% of surface stains and strengthens enamel. From the #1 toothpaste brand in America, Crest.
Did you know Prilosec OTC can stop frequent heartburn before it begins? Heartburn happens when stomach acid refluxes into the esophagus. Prilosec OTC uses a unique delayed-release formula that helps it pass through the tough stomach acid. It then works to turn down acid production, blocking heartburn at the source. With just one pill a day, you get 24-hour heartburn protection. Prilosec OTC. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Guys come in all shapes and sizes. There is no normal for everyone, but there is a normal for you. If, like thousands of other guys, you find that your normal isn't so normal anymore, it could be an addressable medical condition called Peyronie's disease, or PD. A curve with a bump that bothers you isn't normal and should be checked out by a urologist, because you don't have to accept this as your new normal. Find a urologist at learnaboutpd.com.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
So, things are a little different. Maybe normal isn't normal. But at Denny's, we're still here, day and night, creating new ways to safely bring you the food you love. Because we live to feed people. And that will always be normal to us. It's time to finally address history's age-old question. What was that? The hunt is on. To find out if legendary creatures are real. Don't miss special episodes of Monster Quest, beginning Friday, August 28th at 9 on History. Drives serial imposters to want to become someone else. Next, is it to escape their life, or is it to fool someone? Or even more profoundly, don't miss William Shatner on The Unexplained. Next, on History. As any fan of spy movies would tell you, it's not difficult to believe the United States government has a closet full of secrets. But researchers are seeing hard to need to keep it hidden so far underground.
Area 51 is the world's most secret installation. Historically, we know that it was used for the testing of early spy planes like the and the SR-71 Blackbird. A number of
Come on.
forward claiming to have seen levels up to about 7 or 8 levels deep below the desert, protecting whatever's really going on at Area 51.
If there are these large tunnels and pathways under Area 51,
No!
many people have
Dang my arm!
in building it, it'd be difficult keeping it a secret.
Stop.
But you could also ask the question, when was the last time you paid any attention to a new subway tunnel being constructed under the city in which you live? You probably never paid attention to it. So it could be built right under your nose and you would never know it or care for that matter.
El Paso County, Colorado.
Ooh.
Beneath these snowy peaks,
I had to.
thousands of miles of solid ground, lies the most sophisticated
It's like the Matrix.
military installation in the world.
Cheyenne Mountain Complex was built in the 60s and was operational in 1967. And the
Ow.
all your information for our national missile defense.
Do they ever run out of ammo?
To be operated from there. So it had to be able to withstand major natural and man-made disasters such as nuclear attack. So Air Force and Army and Navy, all the services, they were in there. Basically, it was the nexus
I was so close.
The Cold War was at its height, and for that reason, it demonstrated why we had the need to have these kind of facilities deep
No.
below
I should have jumped over that.
to allow them to hopefully survive a nuclear attack if the
Cool.
worst scenario ever happened.
Originally built for a staggering cost of almost $150 million, or over $1 billion today, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex spans an incredible 5 acres and contains 13 three-story buildings capable of housing up to 2,000 personnel, independent power, heating, and cooling systems, a lake that serves as a reservoir, and 25-ton blast doors capable of withstanding the force of a 30 megaton nuclear explosion.
If there was a nuclear attack and a direct hit, Cheyenne Mountain was deep enough that you would not be dry roasted. You would survive the heat. Then you got gamma rays and radioactive fallout. But the best protection is material. Dirt, earth, rocks. All these things are going to protect you from that.
The Cheyenne Mountain Complex was so central to the United States government's survival plans that they eventually realized it may not actually be a good idea for it to be so isolated.
Let's say, in a worst-case scenario, that Washington, D.C. gets taken out by a nuclear weapon. Well, one of the theories is that the president and all his staff would quickly be taken to the Denver airport. The Denver airport not being too far from Cheyenne Mountain. It would make great sense to have a
Drop the
tunnel
gun,
rail
please.
system deep below the nation, which potentially could go from Cheyenne Mountain straight through to the Denver airport.
When they were building that airport, there was this massive, and I mean massive, hole in the ground. And buildings were going up in there. Buildings that all of a sudden, you didn't see them when the airport was finished. And their answer to that was, well, the buildings were incorrect. We had such a big hole, we just covered them over and kept building. Who would buy that?
Crud.
When the airport was being constructed in 1995, some of the staff who were working on the facility itself, construction staff, engineers, they claimed to have seen what appeared to be large tunneling devices and also large tunnels which shouldn't really have been there.
A lot of people theorize that there is something to this deal about Denver Airport because an airport is an extremely secure location on the surface. You can't just walk in and go anywhere you want. That's good if you're hiding stuff underground. Could the United States government actually be operating a top secret tunnel system whose epicenter is beneath one of the largest transportation hubs in the country? According to some experts, the answer is yes.
strategic means. It's believed the United States has numerous underground facilities which
Rabbit.
essentially have been bored out with these gigantic boring machines to create tunnels to essentially take people all across the United States in the event of an attack.
Anything.
We're talking about trains deep under the surface to essentially go from the east coast to the west coast, to the north to the south, to hide from the attacks that might be going on. There has been a great advance just in civilian commonly known abilities to dig tunnels. This is being taken advantage of by Elon Musk in his Hyperloop concept that we can create long-distance underground transportation systems.
Oh
we can
my
only
gosh.
imagine what has been accomplished in the secret world of the U.S. military.
No.
But as profound and disturbing as is the notion of a vast network of underground bases and secret tunnels, there are some underground worlds that are formed not by man, but by nature. And in at least one case, the formation is so beautiful that it's easy to forget that just like mankind, Mother Nature can also be deadly.
I'm Will Willis, and coming up in 60 seconds.
How was I even
history's
supposed to
mission
dodge
honor
that?
veterans. I was raised in a military family. I thought that being a soldier was one of the greatest things that you could do with your life. I'm made of integrity, candor, straightforwardness. All of these things that you learn in the military, you can apply to your personal life and to your family. These are lessons that will benefit them in the future. A baby changes your life completely. The stability of my family and my family's future. USAA is the foundation that I'm building that on. Brought to you by USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. We make USAA insurance for veterans like Liz and Mike, an Army family who's always at the ready. So when they got a little surprise, they panicked. They got a bigger car for their soon-to-be bigger family. After shopping around for insurance, they called USAA. They'll find the right coverage for them and even so much in savings.
That was the easy part.
USAA insurance is made the way Liz and Mike need it. Easy. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
World War II. When the deadliest conflict in history finally ended in August of 1945, celebrations erupted throughout the world. But this wasn't actually the last day of the war. At least, not officially.
No.
After 4 years of fighting and 2 atomic bombs, Japan announced its intention to surrender on August 14,
Yes.
1945. Americans took to the streets in Honolulu, outside the White House, and famously in Times Square. But the U.S. government needed to make this surrender official. By September 2nd, the Americans had taken control of Japan. Aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, leaders from both sides signed the Japanese instrument of surrender, formalizing the war's end. Even today, while many countries use the earlier August date to celebrate the end of World War II, America still observes the official date when their victory was written in ink.
How?
Thank you for watching History's Mission to Honor, brought to you by USAA, proudly serving the military community. What you're made of, we're made for.
In 2013, an EF5 tornado touched down in Oklahoma, destroying over 1,100 homes and causing $2 billion in damage. Will we be prepared for the next one that tornadoes on Apocalypse Earth? All new tomorrow at 9 on History. Get the parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Order online and pick up curbside in just 30 minutes. Or get it delivered with free one-day shipping. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
This is what it's like wearing regular shoes. No all-around support. And this is what it's like in Skechers' new Arch Fit footwear. It's all the comfort and support you need. It's good to have support. Try Skechers Arch Fit, podiatrist certified arch support.
We've always put safety first. And we always will. For people. For the future. And there has never been a summer when it's mattered more. Wherever you go, 0% API financing for up to 5 years on select models and exclusively.
Fuck off, bro.
Northern Mexico, April 2000.
You
In the
missed.
mineral-rich town of Naipa, more than 1,000 people on the surface of the earth. A group of miners drilling through a cave wall make a remarkable discovery. Not of precious metals, but something far more wondrous and mysterious. A glittering cavern, untouched for 500,000 years, filled with the largest crystals ever found.
It's amazing. There are crystals that are huge, so big you can actually walk across them. And for these crystals to have gotten as big as they are, they had to have been growing for hundreds of thousands of years.
It's a fascinating location. This is something you would think would only exist in the world of science fiction and fantasy. But the fact is, it's all too real.
Measuring up to an astonishing 40 feet in length and weighing as much as 55 tons, the giant beams are the purest form of selenite crystal in the world.
Crystals are the most orderly structure in nature, and they have the ability to absorb frequency and energy from objects around them. Now, it is my theory that these giant pylons have the ability to transmit and receive information and light.
Only a few months after its discovery, a team of scientists was sent in to study this geological anomaly. They soon learned that Naipa's crystal cave may be not only beautiful, but deadly.
It's 90 to 100% relative humidity inside this cave, and it's always over 113 degrees Fahrenheit. You might think, well, 113 degrees isn't that bad. It is 140 degrees in the deserts in Iraq all the time, and people live there. But the relative humidity in those deserts is 10%. In this cave, there's so much humidity you can't sweat and cool your body off.
I received an invitation to go on an exploration of these giant crystals. I was aware of the heat and humidity, but nothing prepared me for what hit me when I entered those caves. I felt like I was in a tsunami and tremendous heat and humidity. I started shaking. I was scared.
Oh, I'm gonna leave it here, actually. So, bye. Gonna make this